Hey YouTube guys and YouTube gals, it's me, your old buddy Magnum from Guns and Cars with 2 Z's if you please. Now, I know some of you are from Kansas City, and those of you who are, I'm sure, are intimately familiar with Dixon's chili. Now, if you're not from Kansas City, don't worry, that's okay. I'm going to tell you all about it, and we're even going to make some. So stick around. That's the ingredients. The secret is in what you do after you cook it. So stick around, I'll get this on the stove and we'll get started. Okay, we've got the ground beef. Actually, this is ground chuck. It's 90/20, and you can use whatever you like. I use the 90/20 as opposed to the 93/7 because we need a little bit of juice when we get through. While we're cooking this, I'll give you a little history on Dixon's chili. It started out back in 1919. Vern Dixon opened his first chili parlor at 15th and Olive. Prior to that, he was selling his chili out of a cart in the downtown Kansas City area. And in 1919, he had enough money to open his first chili parlor, which he did. And then, as the years passed, he opened a few more. There were 3 or 4 of them in the Independence area. And actually in 1952, the name of the chili parlor changed from Dixon's Chili to Dixon's Famous Chili, because in 1952, President Harry Truman visited the Dixon's Chili Parlor and had chili, and Life magazine picked up the story and ran it in their publication, and from then on it became known as Dixon's Famous Chili. So, and Harry actually ate there many times after that because he really liked Dixon's chili. So that's the story of that. I'll finish cooking this and I'll get back with you in a moment. Alrighty, we are ready. This whole process takes about less than 10 minutes. So we have our ground beef cooked up. We have our red beans. And when you go to Dixon's, those of you who live in Kansas City know this, but when you go to Dixon's, you have a couple of options for size. You can get the regular or the small. I usually get the regular. And you have a couple of other options. You can get what's called greasy. You can get what's called soupy. You can get what's called greasy and soupy, which basically means greasy is just a little bit of the hamburger juice. Soupy is a little bit of the bean juice, and obviously greasy and soupy is a little bit of both. You have 2 options for things that come with it: onions or ketchup. I don't know, and I think they have cheese that you can get with it now too, but the last time I went, which has been several years ago, ketchup and onions were the only 2 options. Unfortunately, I don't have any onions, so we're going to plate this up just like I would normally get it and how it would normally come to you at Dixon's. You got the hamburger, and they keep this on a steam table, so it's nice and hot and steamy. Okay. What I'm going to serve up here is going to be the equivalent of probably a small. Okay. So we've got the beef. We'll add the beans, which they just put right on top, right in the middle. And we're going to add a little bit of the greasy, because it's pretty dry otherwise. And that was the soupy. And we'll add a little bit of the greasy, not much. I usually add a little bit more salt. And the ketchup. And that, my friends, is the perfect Dixon's chili. They always serve it with nice, fresh, crispy saltines. So, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll have to get my saltines out and I'll be ready to go. So until I speak with you again, and even after that, you stay safe.